Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Thursday Expiry Live Session. We are about 4 hours into the trade already. Today being the third expiry for this month, the price action has been slightly muted. Looking at the Nifty chart, you can see here Nifty opens slightly above yesterday's high. Yesterday Nifty had made a high of 17,709 and from there on it had moved in sideways for some time, and towards later afternoon it had come down to 17,622 and closed towards the lows of the day. So from 17,709 to 17,622 was yesterday's movement. Today it kind of gaps up, not much, but yes, the opening candle high has been put above yesterday's high. So it opens at around 17,725 and from there on continuously comes down, makes a low at 17,624. Please note, yesterday's low was 17,622, today's low was actually 17,624. From there on it tried to make one kind of a pullback attempt, but it failed and it is now cut 17,622 and hovering around the same levels for last two candles, which is about 30 minutes on intraday time frame. So this is with respect to the Nifty chart. Coming to Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty also makes one opening above yesterday's high. Yesterday, if you see, Bank Nifty had made a high of 42,375. From there on it had slightly come down for before lunch, and from there on it made one pullback. Again it came down and closed at 42,179. So yesterday from the highs of 42,375 it had made a low of 42,064, which means about 310 points lower, and today it opens around 42,381. If you see, yesterday's high 42,375, today opens around 42,381 and very quickly it faces resistance at yesterday's high and comes down to the levels of 42,141. If you notice, the opening candle low also was at around 42,150. Yeah, 42,150. It has cut opening candle low and from there on it is hovering around the lows of the day. But Bank Nifty looks like, from here on it will make some kind of a up move. Today being the expiry day, there will be some tug of war between the call writers as well as the put writers, especially when the index is closer, the spot is closer to the strike prices. Today if you see, Bank Nifty is hovering around 42,200 strike. So for the last 1 hour Bank Nifty has been around in this strike on 42,200 strike only. So at 42,200 there will be big action by both call writers as well as put writers. So somebody will overtake and most likely it is going to be the bulls who will overtake and take the Bank Nifty higher from this level, which means Nifty, though it has faced some kind of a breakdown level at 17,622 and has now currently made a low of 17,611, there is more likely that Nifty goes higher from here and sees much better levels today by end of the expiry. So expect Nifty to close above 17,650 and expect Bank Nifty to close above 42,300. That is my initial analysis with the given data based on the past price action as well as today's price action. Today's price action on the intraday time frame looks like there is going to be some movement on the upside. Let us wait and watch and see how the day goes. Let us quickly go through some of the banking stocks. This is Axis Bank, given up 869. So morning opens at around 875 and makes a low at 869. does one kind of a pullback is failed, and it has actually now started falling from 869. It has made a new low at 866, currently trading at 868. So Axis Bank, the private bank, is slightly weaker on intraday time frame. Bajaj Finance, not much call there, opens at around 1342, lower than yesterday's high. You can see here yesterday's high has been at around 1343. Today it fails to cross any noticeable highs. It opens at around 1342.95, and from there on it has clearly fallen on the downside. Bajaj Finance opens slightly higher compared to yesterday's high. 5963 was yesterday's high. Today opens at around 5969. From there on it faces resistance at yesterday's high and comes down, currently trading at 5913, and there is going to be reversal in trend at 5903 in Bajaj Finance. Bandhan Bank, another good chart always to trade. You can see here currently trading at 220. Some of the levels yesterday, day before yesterday, if you see day before yesterday, the high was 218.75. yesterday also it made a high of 218.85, so double top was there. It had faced resistance at 218.75. hitting the resistance, it came down and closed at 214. Today one more attempt has been made. It goes up to 218 and crosses convincingly, currently trading at 219. So probably Bandhan Bank will continue higher even in the larger time frame and also in the coming days. This is Bank of Baroda. So Bank of Baroda opens at around 179, stays there for quite some time. It is having some kind of a sideways movement for last 3 days, not much decipherable trend, and today it has actually made some kind of a breakout at 179, but it has not sustained. You can see here the buy level was at around 179. It made 170, 178.80. it just touched 179 and has now come down to 177, which means yesterday's high 179, today's high 170. Yesterday high was 179.50, today's high 179. Yesterday's low 176 and today's low 177. Kind of sideways movement, kind of choppy sessions going on. So this intraday breakout in Bank of Baroda has actually failed. It has tried to go up, but it has not made any significant up move after crossing 178.80 and has quickly come down to 177. Let us see Canara Bank. Canara Bank also has now currently made a high of 298. If once again it takes out 298, then there is some buying hoping to be bought at 298.40. You can see here good volume on the downside. It has quickly come down and now trying to climb up. HDFC Bank made a high in the morning 1680, currently trading at 1672. 1680 happens to be also the breakout level for the upside. Currently the trend is down, but watch out for 1680. HDFC also made a high of 2762. Most of the stocks, if you notice, it opens above yesterday's high, which means straight away it faces resistance at yesterday's high and it quickly comes down. You can see here 2761 was day before yesterday's high. Yesterday it made a lower high at 27, probably 51, I guess. Yeah, day before yesterday 2761, today's high 2762. From there on it has actually come down. Let us look into ICICI Bank. Opens around 901, from there comes down to 891, currently trading at 894. SBI opens at around 542 and has been very choppy today. You can see here in the recent past it had done well from the lows of 528 on April 13th, has gone up to 548, from 548 has come down and currently trading not very low but around 540 levels, and today it has entered into the choppy movement. Probably we may have to wait for some more time to identify some trend in this particular stock. Let us go back to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty trading around 42,220. Good upside possible. All indications are there for Bank Nifty to go up from here on. There has been one candle low which has breached today's opening candle low. So that is one concern, but it looks like it has already taken the support, and by the end of the day it might even cross today's morning high of 42,381. So this is with respect to Bank Nifty, slightly on the positive side, and this is Nifty. Though it has cut the levels of 1762, which happens to be yesterday's low, it is not significantly fallen. It has just made the low of 17,611 and hovering extremely flat at 17,620 itself. If you see the spot of Nifty, it is trading towards the strike of 17,600, which means at 17,600 both call writers as well as put writers are extremely active with very huge volumes, and the tug of war is going on for somebody to overthrow either the calls or the put writers. By the end of the day we will know who won, who lost, but we are at a very good stage and most of the action is in Nifty 17,600 when it comes to options trade. In terms of futures price action trend, there is some weakness in Nifty below 17,620 and there is some positive bias in Bank Nifty above 42,150. So this is with respect to today's expiry talks. Let us see how the expiry ends. Let us once again meet up tomorrow with new perspective on the intraday charts. If you are liking the content on this channel, do subscribe to the channel, support the channel, share the channel with your fellow friends and traders, and if you are liking the analysis methodology, then you can call us on the number that is being displayed on the screen for enrolling into the training programs. We have 1 week boot camp, we have 6 months mentorship programs and lot more coming up through this channel in Banao Bharat. Let us all once again meet tomorrow. Until then, Om Swasti.